Good foods high in fiber. 10 foods rich in fiber. Although men require between 35 and 40 and women about 25 grams of fiber a day, in fact, the average person consumes nothing more than 15 grams daily. That tells us that we must increase our fiber intake. Remember that it helps prevent diabetes and obesity, given that lowers blood sugar, lowers cholesterol, controls the bodily weight, and improves the functioning of the digestive system, which in turn protects us from colon cancer. To increase our fiber intake, we must first know what foods contain it. Do not miss this list of 10 good foods high in fiber to integrate in your diet. 1. How rich is corn? And did you know that it is a food rich in fiber? Another food that gives us fiber is its derivative, the tasty popcorn, with about 3.5 grams in 3 cups. 2. Beans. Black, white, any kind of beans provide fiber, without forgetting that they are also a source of iron and protein. In particular, white beans also provide a good dose of potassium. 1 cup covers 25% of our daily requirement of this nutrient, and black beans are rich in antioxidants. 3. Avocado. Avocado creamy and delicious pulp is an excellent source of fiber. A whole fruit contains 10 grams of fiber, and in a spoonful of 2 portions, we get 2 grams. Recall that are also rich in mono and polyunsaturated fat, which are the good fats which helps reduce the risk of heart disease and lower cholesterol. 4. Whole grain bread. Whole grain bread, such as whole wheat, is much more healthy and nutritious than white bread and refined grains. One reason is because refined bread is made by grinding the outer coating of the grain, the bran, that is removed along with its germ, which becomes the core or embryo of seeds. On the whole grain bread instead, all these nutrients are preserved, and especially the presence of fiber. 5. Lentils. Within the family of legumes, we find the lentils, a food that gives us 15.6 grams of fiber per cup. It's a lot. In addition, they are also a good source of vitamin B, protein, iron, and other minerals. 6. Pear is a very nutritious fruit, and among its benefits is to give us the fiber. Anyway, it is good to know that to avail ourselves of their properties we should consume it 100% with the skin. A medium-sized pear unpeeled, with skin, contains 5.5 grams of fiber. 7. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, says a popular phrase referring to the many benefits that this rich fruit brings to our health. As with pear, we consume it with the skin to use its fiber and its beneficial phytochemicals. Regular size apple contains 4.4 grams of fiber. 8. Oats. Make the place to oats in your breakfast or snacks. Much more if you are looking to increase your fiber intake, because it contains beta-glucan, a special type of fiber that lowers cholesterol and strengthens the immune system. It also has insoluble fiber, which achieves a smooth functioning of digestion. 9. Broccoli. Among its properties, we discover a good amount of fiber, about 5.1 grams in a cup of boiled broccoli. And let's not forget that it is a food that helps prevent cancer. 10. Integral rice. Each cup of brown or integral rice contains 3.5 grams of fiber. In addition, research conducted at Harvard University showed that eating a couple of servings of brown rice per week reduces the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. For more information on good foods high in fiber, click the link in the description below and please share with others.